welcome to this week's Refurb Wednesdays. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at this HMO. It's a 6-bedroom HMO that we're currently refurbing for one of our clients in Singapore at the moment. So what we've actually done is we've completely ripped out the property absolutely bare to the brick. So we're going to take a look in the inside at the moment, but what I wanted to just talk about is the external of the property at the moment. As you can see, all the render on the side of the property and the front of the property up to probably about 3 meters high has actually come off. The reason why we've done that is because the render actually blemished and is getting water in the side of the render and needed to be completely stripped back to brick and then re-rendered on the external. So this will be completely new rendered and also painted on the side. What we are doing to create better floor space in the internal of the property is we're taking the front door and we're placing it on the side of the property. The reason for this is, one is because of fire safety as well. It enables everyone to be able to have a clear fire exit, so we don't actually have to put a corridor in the actual property and obviously board it off. We can have it straight in the stairwell, which we've obviously spoken to the local buildings regulation officer and also the fire off as well to make sure that they're happy with that. So let's jump inside of the actual property and let's take a look of this HMO that we're currently refurbing at the moment and what we've currently done so far. As you can see in the property at the moment, this is going to be the kitchen communal. We're going to be breaking through this wall over here, just open up the space. As we said, we're going to take the front door and put it on the actual side of the property. Now, because we've seen the render on the external of the property, that was all taken off. This was causing water penetration in the property, but we also need to put DPC in the actual property as well. So what we have to do is, the actual floorboards of this property and the actual joists, we had to completely rip it all out. The actual damp in the property, the DPC on the actual property itself was causing, the lack of DPC was actually causing the floor joists to rot away. So we've had to take that all out, put new floor joists in, also DPC protect the floor joists so they last a lot longer and they don't have any issues for the client in the future. So this is practically going to be a completely fully house rebuilt from the ground up, near enough anyway. So we'll go upstairs and we'll take a look up there. And we'll also have a look at the main cause of why the actual render needed to come off, causing the issues with the DVC right now. As you can see, we've taken the floor joists away from here as well. These were all completely rotten. You can see over here, this is the main cause of not having proper DPC in your properties. Obviously, this is an old property. This is probably, 150 years old, whatever it is. But you're going to have issues like this. The important thing is how far of an extent doing it. Because we're completely ripping out this property 100%, and we had to do it because we were actually doing a complete HMO, 6 bedrooms en suites. It was a big refurb anyway, so in order to do things properly, there's no point of you going in and just refurbing a property and you haven't got a good solid foundation. It's going to create issues further on down the line. At least with the clients, what they know is they're going to have a very solid property. It's going to be pretty much brand new at the end of it, making sure that they've future-proofed their property and get the maximum use out of it. So all this happens is, obviously all this has to get cleared out, to be rebuilt up as well, and also DPC needs to be done on that external, DPC needs to be done on the property. Once the render is actually put on externally, this will be sound, won't get any future issues with it, and also a nice solid property for our clients' investments. Let's take a look into the other room and see what's happening in there. So as you can see in this room, what we're doing is we're actually putting a lot of hardcore down. The reason for it is obviously this doesn't need to have the floorboards in, and we're just going to literally impact it down. We're going to put obviously concrete down as well. This is actually going to be cut out, so we're going to put French doors in here, French windows. So this is obviously got to get cut out. The bricks will go into here, we'll hardcore it down, and we'll obviously screed over it as well. So put concrete and screed over it. This is going to be, so this wall to the right of me at the moment, that's going to get knocked through. This is going to be a big kitchen communal area. It's going to be absolutely massive. So I think it's going to be about 30 square meters in total, which is more than enough for a 6-bedroom licensed HMO as well. On the other side of this, what we're going to have one of the bedrooms with an ensuite. It's going to be double bedroom with an ensuite as well. Let's take a look upstairs and jump up to see what's happening over there now. So this property currently in the moment, so we're in one of the bedrooms with the ensuite. So behind me, you can see that the chimney breasts have actually come out. Now, ideally, in an ideal situation, we'd try and avoid taking the chimney breasts out. However, in this case, we've had to do it. Making sure that the property is secure is really, really important thing. So reinforcing concrete where it needs to be. Also, as you can see down here, obviously we put in like where the chimney breast used to go, we cut out a little bit and strengthen the joists as well, and tying that into the walls. This makes sure that we know that this floor now is actually solid. There's not going to be future issues with that as well. Behind me over here, there's going to be ensuite coming in here. We're going to be taking in a bit of this room for the room next door, so we don't take any floor space off there. There's enough room over here. We can literally put ensuite with a shower, toilet, and we put the shower and the toilet over here as well. So that means that we're making best use for the space. Yes, we're going to have to break through that wall there, but we make sure we put a good solid RSJ in for us to strengthen the wall, because it is a load-bearing wall. So we've got to make sure that if it's a load-bearing wall, we are putting the correct strengthening back into the wall. The last thing we need to be doing is skimping on that. As you can see, they're cleaning upstairs. So let's take a look upstairs and see what they're actually doing right now. As you can see here, what we've done is we've strengthened the actual floor. So we've actually come out from the wall out a little bit further. Because the joists that were in here previously before weren't actually the greatest quality, it was better just to cut this all out and then make sure we put it all back brand new in. So at least our client knows that this is going to be absolutely solid, and they understand the extent that we have to go to. But from a future-proofing point of the property, at least they know that the money that they're going to get out of the property long term is going to be more beneficial. On top of that, they're going to have a house that's absolutely solid as a rock, and it's going to be standing here for another 100 years very, very, very well, knowing that they've got peace of mind that everything's structured. Now, bear in mind, not every single property is like this. We don't go to extent on every single property like this, because it's not necessarily needed. But because this property was just wasn't simply taken care of by the previous owner, we've had to do that. And it's important that you don't skimp when it comes to refurbs. If you skimp on refurbs, it's going to cost you a lot more long term. At least this way, our client knows that pretty much everything's done. We know that we're not going to come to some unforeseen things that should occur, because we've taken everything back to brick. And also what we've done is we've made sure that we've taken all the joineries getting redone as well. So keep up for other videos if you're actually keen on getting stuff like this for yourself. Maybe it's that you don't have the time, but you've got the money to actually invest, then certainly reach out to us at jenicproperty.com, where you can book an appointment to speak to one of our team to see how we can help you move forward. Now, bear in mind, you don't necessarily have to live in the UK. You can actually live outside the UK and still invest in the UK and buy properties in the UK. And definitely our team have been specialising with non-domicile, non-residents investors who buy property in the UK, and they don't have to actually be in the UK itself. If you want to find out more from that, then drop us an email at info@jenicproperty.com. I'm more than happy to book in a call. Otherwise, reach out to myself at Property with Nic Clark on either Instagram, LinkedIn or Facebook. Thanks very much for watching. This is this week's Refurb Wednesdays. My name's Nic Clark from Jenic Property, helping you profit through UK property. Thanks for watching.